Sommo 2025, day 2 has kicked off, and I'm here with Charlie Houston. It's Sunday, September 14th, and you're going to be in the Sandbar Stage. I was just there, and it's packed already.
Yeah, it looks great. I was here yesterday as well, and it's very warm in there, but I like it.
You, as an artist, remind me of a younger version of Alanis. What did you think of that show?
That's a huge compliment. I'm a very big fan of Alanis Morissette, so I thought she was great. I'd never seen her before, and the fact that, 30 years later, she's still same energy, same voice. It's super
amazing.
Impressive.
Yeah. Really an open book. Like, she's not naming names, but she's really putting her heart on her sleeve. And you do that with your music, whether it's mental health, sexuality, heartbreak. Oh my God, this last album, I was just like, ugh.
I mean, yeah, I was also like, ugh, when all of that happened. But I mean, yeah, I feel like songwriting is, what's the point of doing it if it's not, reflective of how you feel? And I feel like a lot of people say it, but it's like a way of understanding yourself better and like working through things, I feel like, through songwriting.
But don't you think that it could keep the wound open when you're singing it later on? Like, one of these songs becomes a huge hit, and like Alanis, you're singing, you ought to know 30 years later, and kind of, pouring salt on the wound, right?
Yeah, I think that's fair, but I also feel like in my experience of like, if I make a really good song that's about maybe a situation that I didn't love, it feels like I then have attached my own, like I've made something cool out of the situation, and it's kind of like, I don't know, I feel like with breakup songs especially, getting a bit petty, it almost makes you feel a bit like you have control of the situation, and them listening to it makes me feel good, because I'm like, this is a great song, and it's about you, and it's about you. And
have you had any feedback from that?
I have had feedback, and I know that people that I have written songs about like the songs, and it's annoying, so that's great for me. It's definitely a very shallow way to think about it, but it makes you feel good, for sure.
Right. I want to talk about the title, Big After I Die. I took that a few different ways.
Yeah.
Why did you name the album that?
I mean, it's interesting because initially when I was trying to think of a name for the album, I just thought that Big After I Die sounded interesting, and I liked the irony of, obviously I did not want to die, but just, when an artist's work or music or art gains fame after they die is kind of funny to me.
Yeah.
So I just felt really attached to that phrase. I'm not quite sure why, but then as I started like finishing the album and writing more of the songs, the meaning changed for me, and it's more of just like another way of saying, it's like growing through change, like something ending or dying and then kind of developing through it and becoming something new again, is my interpretation. So it's kind of like I went through a breakup and a version of me died, but then I think I grew into the person that like I was trying to be, if that makes sense.
Yeah, totally. And so before this album, you ditched an entire batch of songs, and were they recorded, produced, and they were about this relationship, but when you were in it, and blissful, right?
Yeah, they weren't, I mean, by no means were they like, finished products that could have been released, but they were written. I don't know, I feel like everyone that makes music has this vault of songs that that's what I mean also before I said like you're writing to like put out music, but you're also just like writing to write.
So do you think those songs will ever see the light of day?
Probably not.
No?
I don't think so.
Festivals, concerts, what have you been doing this summer? And since this album came out, when did it come out? January?
Yeah. This summer has been, a few shows here and there, some open for the beaches in Toronto,
cool.
And some other like kind of festivals in Ontario and Canada. I'm about to do my first headline tour in November, which is really exciting because I haven't done a headline show outside of Toronto,
right,
ever before. So
tour, where are you going?
Yeah, it's just the world.
Just that world.
And by the world, I mean Toronto, Montreal, Kitchener, Kingston, and Ottawa.
Southwestern Ontario.
Yeah, with the 401 tour.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah,
that's a great place to start when you're from Toronto.
Yeah.
And were you born there?
Yeah, I was born there.
Okay. You went away to school to New York for a little bit there, and then Queens and Kingston?
Yeah. That is true.
This had a big part in your music story.
Yeah, I mean, I started my undergrad degree at NYU studying music production, and I never really planned on putting out my own music. I liked writing and producing, and I always thought it was going to be something that I sort of did for other people.
And you were playing guitar, though, at the time, and were you singing and making?
I was making music, and I was writing for me, but it was always something, it was like a skill that I felt I never foresaw myself putting out music, like, under my own name or anything, because I'm not a huge... I only recently have kind of started to like performing. I've pretty bad stage fright, and, like, I'm not a super confident performer.
So is this something that you want to kind of beat?
Totally. It's like, I feel like the past kind of year and this album cycle, definitely, that's kind of been my whole challenge is because I know that I have the capability of doing what I want to do on stage and just making it better. And so it's a fun thing to get to, like, work towards.
You've already done some really hard things by some of the lyrics in your songs, so
yeah.
I mean, this is
I
just
think this is harder.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Performing on stage is, like, the most, like, psychologically weird thing ever.
Well, you have the whole attention of the room. Everybody's looking at you, and you're thinking, what's going on inside? You, like, see someone turn and laugh at someone, and they're like, are they laughing at me?
Yeah. No, totally. But I'm excited. I feel like I've started to kind of find my my stage persona and kind of sink into it a bit more. So
okay.
Yeah.
You cross back and forth with acoustic and electronic. What are you working with on stage with a band, so to speak, today?
Yeah, kind of the same thing. I mean, I'm playing some electric guitar, playing some acoustic guitar.
But it's just you on the stage?
Oh, no. I have a drummer and a guitar player.
Okay.
Yep.
And so did they record with you in the studio?
On this record, no, but my drummer and I now write together a lot, and kind of going forward in the future we'll be working together.
So you find co-writing?
I think it's more fun.
Just bouncing ideas.
Yeah, I feel like writing by yourself can feel quite... Well, depending on what you're writing about, it's just kind of you're, like, alone with your thoughts, but also getting them out, so it's like, it is therapeutic, but I find writing with other people... I mean, yeah, you can... I feel like my favorite part about writing with other people is just, like, talking about what you're writing about, and then, like, using both of your perspectives and putting it into the song.
Yeah.
Like, you're writing about a conversation that you've had with someone, so...
Awesome.
Yeah.
So that's the drummer?
That's the drummer.
Okay. I just want to picture it when I go watch your show.
Yeah, no, totally.
And speaking of your show, that is coming up. There's one more band and then you, so...
I believe so. Yeah.
Good luck today,
Thank you.
and we'll have to catch up with you and see how your Sommo experience was.
Yeah, I would love that.